Administratively, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh yeah, this week, project. First project. Hopefully you've gotten a chance to get in there and start ripping it apart. How much math is in that thing? Basically 0. I mean, essentially it's arithmetic. You're changing fractions to percentages. As far as showing work, there is precious little work to show in there. Essentially, it's show me what fraction you used to get a decimal. I think I asked you to give the answers in decimal or percentage form, and pretty much the work is showing me the fraction that gets you there. That's it. That's it. So don't get hung up. I'm not asking for equations. We're going to use precious few equations in here for that matter. Really, I just want to make sure you guys are getting the idea of that probability concept, which is the ratio, the averaging over time of two quantities. So that's all. Hopefully you got a chance to get in there and look at that. Your next project, which is not due till week 6, is probability part the second, which is where it gets more interesting. We start taking samples. That's first thing. I have a quiz already put up for Wednesday. I will put a second one. Somebody emailed me, right? Danny, I thought so. You emailed me. Thank you very much. I'll put a second one up for you guys. We might end up moving one or both of those quizzes back. I mean, they're optional, obviously. But if it seems like there's too much stuff happening on one day, I might shove the due date on one of them back. Having 3 things due on one day kind of makes me curl a little bit inside. But if they're quizzes, that isn't that big of a deal. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. In other news, I also started, you may have noticed, you may not have, I don't know. If you went to your course, your homework page for Prob and Stat, which you probably didn't look at this, because we've already gone over this, if you will, in class. But if you, wait a minute, it didn't update. It's a little bit different, but it's not, okay, it didn't update again. Well, there should be 2 updates. One is different. What looks different is these hyperlinks now take you to YouTube videos where the problems are worked. So if you click on that, I'm gonna plug in this. I wish IT would just do like a mass update across campus when this happens. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Oh, really? You just ignore it?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. There I am! Showing you how to do some homework problems. So what I did, why is there no volume? Because it's muted, I'm guessing. PC's muted. Okay, that's all the way up. So I need to get a nice big earful of me.
The problem in
There we go. It's right there, because you've seen enough. But if you want more, what I did was, any homework problem that didn't have a solution in the book, I made a video for.
Oh, nice.
So now what you're going to have, well, you're welcome. You're welcome. The idea is now every homework problem has a solution. What I'm going to try to do today, I made a deal with my wife. She's picking Max up. I'm going to stay late. I'm going to record videos for central tendency, which is the homework you guys had to do for today, and try to also do variation today. So you have the next homework too. We'll see. These were pretty quick to do because they're like 3 tops 5 minutes each. So I got them knocked out pretty quickly. So that's what all these hyperlinks are. They will now take you to solutions. The other ones have solutions in the book already. When I said something looks wrong, I also put, oh, no I didn't. Not in this one. In your central tendency homework, there it is, addenda videos. I promised you guys a video last class where I said, remember how we made the assumption, when you take raw data and group it into a histogram, and then calculate the average with the histogram, it's close to the average on the raw data, and I said I've done that experiment in my classes for 15 to 20 years and always never been with more than 0.3 away. I made a video to explain that to you, with thousands of data points using Excel. So what I'll do every once in a while is I'll put addenda videos in too, and I'll link them off of this page as well. And I'll put a little description as to what the video is about. If you're interested, you can go check that out. I'll say things in class like, oh, that won't matter because it'll work out algebraically. And I won't make you prove that in class or make you prove it on an exam. But if you're interested, I'll just keep adding them to the homework pages where they're appropriate. Cool? Is that fair? There you go. There you go. So that's what I was. And like I said, I'll update these today, and I'll hopefully get some of the variation ones updated too. So anyway, that's what I was busily doing Friday. Kind of fun. Actually, it's one of these right there. So yeah. Anything you guys, speaking of central tendency, anything you guys want to chit-chat about in there? Anything give you grief? So please, wait. One more time.
Shayna.
Shayna, thank you.
Yeah.
Go, my friend.
Okay, I'm having a hard time with the median and the plot.
The median and the plot.
Yeah.
Got you.
The whole chop thing.
Okay. So Shayna's question's a great one. Here's a dot plot, which I generated in Excel by randomly selecting numbers between 0 and 9. So essentially, if you hold your hand up, and I said randomly pick a finger, and then do it again, and then do it again a number of times, that's what you would get if you were being truly random. Where this is your left pinky and that's your right thumb, maybe, I guess, something like that. So, Shayna, just the median, not the mode, not the average. Let's look at all three. If I was to ask you what the mode is, what is the mode? I hear vote for 7 or 9. Stacey, I love it, because 7 and 9 have the most dots in them, right? I know that 2 is close, but we made an agreement, right? We said only the ones that have the most are going to call them mode. Makes us happier. Good. 7 and 9, mode. Boom. Average. Where's the average going to be? Now, there are 2 ways you can do this, and what I encouraged you to do in the solution was trying to eyeball where it is versus calculating where it is. Of course, you could calculate it. You could totally calculate it, because it's a weighted average, if you will. You would do 3 times 0 plus 3 times 1 plus 7 times 2 plus 6 times 3, blah, 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 blah. Divided by how many dots there are, which we'd have to add up as well. But I was just after where do you think the balance point is? Where do you think the balance point is? If you were to put your finger, Walter, what are you thinking?
About 4.5.
About 4.5-ish? He's saying, okay, it's clearly not over here. If I put my finger here to balance, the whole thing's going to fall down like that. If I put it over here, it's getting better, but it's still not there yet. We're going to have to move somewhere over here. So Walter votes for here. I think any eyeball between 4 and 5 is going to work just fine. Any eyeball between 4 and 5. I wanted you to kind of go for a gut versus a computation, because you know how to do the computation already. Everybody knows we can do the weighted average on this. Piece of cake. As far as the estimation, knowing where the balance is, that's kind of an art form that has to kind of get developed. So I think 4.5 is a great choice for the average for that one. Anybody want to pick something different? I'd love to hear it. Or not. That's fine too. Okay. Shayna asked about the median. Now, when you said chop chop, we can actually do the chop chop if you want to. Let's do the chop chop. Come on up here, Shayna. I'm going to need your help on this one, because I'm going to have to chop. We're going to have to do some chopping. We'll give you a marker. We'll give you a marker. We'll take a marker. You want yellow or orange or green? Green is yours. All right. So you're going to chop the biggest one on the right side. I'll chop the smallest one that corresponds with it. Before we do any chopping, where do you think the median is? If you had to guess, ballpark where the median is.
Yeah.
Okay, right about here?
Yeah.
Somewhere in here? Good. Okay, so we have a button between 4 and 5 somewhere. Okay. Go ahead. You chop one of the 9s?
Chop it?
Yeah, chop it. Okay, I'm going to chop a 0, chop another 9, chop a 0, chop another 9, chop a 0. Let's be more efficient about this. Shane, how many more 9s do you have there? Slap them all. They're all gone. Beautiful. I'm chopping all the 1s and 2 of the 2s. Okay. You got 2 8s?
Yep.
Chop them. 2. See what we're doing, friends? What do you got? How many 7s you got? Looks like there's 8 of them.
Yeah.
Chop them all. Just being so nice about it. I'm just like, the hell with this. 3, 5 more. I can't see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. How many 6s you got?
I got 4.
You got 4. Cut them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're down to 6. Data points. If Shayna cuts her 3, and I cut my 3, they're all gone. Which means that right before we cut the last one, there was a 5 and a 4 left, which make the median a 4.5.
Okay.
Done!
Okay, I did.
Done! So, which is cool though, because our guts were actually close to where the actual true median was. Very nice, my friend.
Oh.
Thank you very much. Yeah? Decent? That's it. Median is the location middle. Average is, if you will, the weight middle, where it would balance itself weight-wise. And mode's just the tall middle, the mostest middle, if you will. That good? Yeah. What else we got? Let's pull this back down. What else we got? Anything from the book give you grief? There was not very much. I apologize. Maybe I don't apologize. It wasn't a whole lot. Yeah? Don't apologize for that. Okay. Now, it was surprising how little there was from that compared to how much there was in the intro section. And again, I didn't know that when I adopted the book until I got in and started looking at it. But then again, that's also why I like having this much stuff down here. Is it kind of takes you one step or two steps further in there. Decent? Well, good. Yeah? Good. I predict that as I keep posting videos and keep having more and more solution methods, we'll have fewer and fewer questions in class because you can just go answer them yourselves, which is kind of the point. The point is so that that's also the point of me recording classes, so that if you get home and you're like, my God, it made perfect sense when he was talking about it. And then I went to A&P, and then I learned about ligaments and stuff. And then Rule said something about an average, right? That's what happens as time goes by, as the day goes by. So that's the idea of creating this repository of information online that we can refer back to. Cool? Any questions? Yeah, decent? Good. And all the solutions are there if you need them. All right. Let me keep this around if we need it. I'm going to go into here real quick. So I have a question for you. I want to have you put some of that those measures of center to work. Grade, no, I need 243. Let's see, is it here? Is it here? I think it's here. Yes. Huh. That was bigger. There we go. A little bit bigger. Ooh, that's too big. Yeah, that'll work. Bert and Ernie took 5 assessments, 5 tests in a certain class. Let's restart this. That would have